CINEMANIACS, the Death and Life Charles Sinclair movie review! Yeah! Hello YouTube, CinemaMan here, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud, the new film to be directed by Burr, and this is his third film that he directed, along with Igby Goes Down in 17 Again, based upon the 2004 novel by Ben Sherwood. This is also Burr second collaboration with actor Zac Efron. The plot follows Charlie St. Cloud, played by Zac Efron, who is a young sailor who just graduated high school and has a scholarship at Stanford. He also loves his brother Sam, played by Tahan, to bits, and has the adoration of his mother Claire, played by Basinger. Charlie makes a deal with Sam that he will practice baseball with him each day before going to college. Later that day, Charlie was made to babysit his brother while his mum goes and picks up another shift at her job as a nurse. Charlie was supposed to be going out to a graduation party and sneaks out while Sam's asleep, but Sam catches him and gives him a ride to a mate's house. On the way, they get into a car crash and Sam is killed. And Charlie is revived by Florio Ferrante, played by Liotta. And at the funeral, Charlie runs away, filled up with disappointment and guilt, until he runs into the woods and sees the spirit of his dead brother. He makes a deal with Sam to practice baseball every day at sunset in the woods. 5 years have passed, and Charlie is now a caretaker at the cemetery where his brother is buried. He gave up his scholarship and he gave up sailing until a high school mate, Tess, played by Prew, comes back into town to promote her sailing around the world. Charlie and Tess meet and fall in love, and now Charlie has to make a tough decision regarding whether or not to make a promise to Sam, honor his promise, or go after the girl he loves. So, the one thing I found with this film is, I heard about this, and since Zac Efron, me and my mates at school don't really like the High School Musical trilogy. I was even forced into watching them by my little cousin. And I only saw this movie just to see him crash. Because one thing I did think about this is, this was just not... I mean, when I read about it on Wikipedia, it was just called Charlie St. Cloud. But when I went and it was coming out on the 8th of October, and it was out in the US on July 30th, but because of but they can't seem to find a new cam, so I had to wait till it came out in October. And when I was going to see the special edition Avatar, it had posters up, and they changed the title to The Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud, which I didn't get why they had to change it. I thought to myself, maybe it's a marketing title, but, yeah. But, I don't know, because I thought the film was going to be good. I mean, I was actually considered importing the film, on Blu-ray from America, but I don't know where to put it in my collection because I alphabetize my Blu-rays, so I don't really know how this will work. And when I saw I'll get used to the fact, okay, you don't know what this film will be called until you've seen it. But when I saw it and it came up in the credits, it just said Death and Life of Charles St. Cloud. They took out the out of the title, so it's just called it's just called Death and Life of Charles St. Cloud. No the. And yeah, so because I think in the end credit said based on the book The Death and Life of Charles St. Cloud. So anyway, the film. Okay, the opening music did sound a bit cheesy. I'll admit that. Plus, Rolf Kent's music is brilliant. Even with the ambulance scene, the music in that is stunning. Great. And Zac Efron's acting, I was actually impressed. Even though I hate Zac Efron and I only saw this film just to see him die, I was actually impressed. Like the scene in the scene where Charlie and Sam are in the woods, Tess follows him, and Sam, played by Charlie Tahan, goes, "I can feel you forgetting me." That scene was really intense. And Zac Efron's acting, since he left his High School Musical days behind, he's really brushed up on his acting. He's gotten very good at being serious. Like, he does show that he actually cares. Like, in 17 again, he once beat up this guy because he's like, in 17 again, he's actually a 37-year-old guy in a 17-year-old teenager's body, and his mate likes the head teacher, so his mate rings him up and goes, can you get in trouble so I have to come in and talk to your teacher? And he actually does that. But in Charles St. Cloud, he actually cares, because after that, this one scene where he's at a high school reunion, and Zac Efron and this guy who treated Zac like crap in high school, like, buys him a shot. He's like, "Hey, I bought you a shot," and Zac's like, "No, I don't want one." And the black guy in it, who's the guy that treated him like crap, goes, "Oh, come on, don't be a woman, have another. It's not like the big demand for you as a driver." And because of the fact that Zac Efron's character was driving the car when it crashed, he took offense to this and beat the crap out of him. Well, not actually, he just lunged at him, 3 people pulled him back, he apologised, made some smart alecky lie about dental insurance, and punched him in the jaw. So, Zac Efron, he does do good at being serious. I'm actually considering importing the film on Blu-ray from America, although it's just going to be called Charlie St. Cloud. There's no death and life. Anyway, I think I read the first couple of chapters online. This is actually a good film. It's 4 out of 5. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Go see it. Or to some Americans, wait till November 9th. So, I'll see you later. Cineman signing out. See you later.